guys, welcome to video 2 of Algebra 2 this week. We're going to do adding polynomials. Basically, we're just going to combine the like terms, we're going to put it in standard form, and we're going to be good to go. Okay, so again, when we're combining like terms, that means that the x's that are to the same power are the same term. So, for example, x squared and x squared, those are like terms. 8x, 7x, 13x, those are like terms, okay? Let me see if I can make it so you can see that a little better. Okay. So let's get started with this one. 5x squared plus 2x squared is going to be 7x squared. Okay, I'm going to cross off the ones that I use so I don't get confused. 8x, positive 8x, minus 7x minus 13x. So first I'm going to combine the negative 7x and the negative 13x. Remember that those signs that you see in front of each number stick with that number. So if it's plus 8, that's a positive 8. If it's minus 3, it's a negative 3. Okay? So negative 7 minus 13. Remember when we're subtracting a positive, or we're subtracting a negative? When it's a negative minus a number, then it becomes plus a negative. So negative 7x plus negative 13x would be negative 20x. Okay, but now we need to combine with the 8x. So 8x plus negative 20x. Here we subtract. 20 minus 8 is 12. So we're going to have, and we keep the sign of the bigger numbers. So it's going to be negative 12x. Okay, so minus 12x. So that is a minus sign, but it also is attached to that 12. So when we separate them, that's why we take the signs with them, okay? So 7x squared minus 12x. I'm going to cross out all the ones that I've used, and then I just have that negative 3. So I'll just bring that down, or that minus 3, negative 3, interchangeable, same thing. And we have just successfully added those two polynomials, okay? I want to do one more that is like the one that's on your homework, or on your assignment from this video, because this one has all x's. The one for your assignment, they have multiple variables and they're a little bit tricky, so I want to go through one of those so it's familiar to you as well, okay? So this one is 7 plus 2uv squared. Can you guys see that color okay? Yeah. Plus 13 u to the 4th v plus v plus 6v squared. That's our first one. Okay, as you can see on your assignment, you're going to get the first polynomial and then a comma and then the second polynomial. Okay, so you're going to have to set it up how we just had that one set up with the parentheses. Okay, because I'm adding this polynomial to this polynomial, which is negative 6v squared minus 7x minus minus 7v minus 1 plus uv squared. Okay, so when we're looking at these terms, you can see that some of them are similar, like this one has uv and uv, but the exponents are different. So that means that they're not like terms. The exponents and the variables have to be exactly the same. Otherwise, they're two separate terms, okay? So uv squared is not the same as u to the 4th v, just because there's a u and a v, okay? That could be confusing, so I want to point that out. So again, we're going to start just combining our like terms, because we can only add and subtract like terms, right? You can multiply and divide unlike terms, but you can only add and subtract like terms, okay? Kind of like fractions, you can only add and subtract with like denominators. So we're going to start with the term that has the highest power, because we want to write it in standard form at the end. So instead of having to rewrite it after we do all the math, we'll just start with the highest term and go down, and then it will be already in standard form for us. So let's start, let's see, we have uv squared, so u has an exponent of 1, v is 2, so that's 3 altogether. We have u to the 4th v, which is 4 plus 1 and 5, so that's our first term. Okay, that's our highest term. So 13u to the 4th v. Okay, I'm going to cross it out because I used it. Now I'm going to go to my next one. So you just have to kind of look. Here's v, that's just 1. V squared is 2. uv squared is 3. So that's our next term. Okay, so we have 2uv squared plus uv squared. So we know that when we just see a variable and no number, that there is an invisible 1, right? An invisible coefficient of 1. So 1 uv squared plus 2 uv squareds is 3 uv squareds. And they're both positive. So I'm just going to add them there, and then I'll cross them out so I don't get confused, so I know that I used them. Next I have a 7 over here with no exponent, no variable, so that one's going to go last. V is 1, v squared is 2, so our next one's going to be v squared. 6v squared, positive 6v squared minus 6v squared, or plus negative, means 0, right? So they cancel each other out. Positive 6v squared and negative 6v squared cancel each other out. So next we have our v's, right? V minus 7v. Okay, or plus negative 7v, the same thing. So we're going to subtract. 7 minus 1 is 6, and keep the sign of the bigger number, which is going to be negative, so it's negative 6v. Okay, and then left I have this negative 1 here, and this 7 here. So 7 plus negative 1, or 7 minus 1, is 6. So just plus 6. Okay, and that is all you do for those. You just have to be very careful and pay attention so that you don't get confused with the similar terms, okay? Because you can only combine like terms. Similar terms, no. Okay, so your assignment is right here. I'll zoom in on that for you. Grab a piece of paper, pencil, write down the problems. Oops, I'm trying to get the shadow, there we go. Okay, hopefully it's still enough for you to pause it here and write down the problems. So it gives you the first polynomial, oops, and then a comma, and then the second polynomial. So you're adding this polynomial to this polynomial. So you will need to put it in the parenthesis form that I had on the board. Okay, if you don't remember what that was, rewind it and take a look. Okay, hopefully that was sufficient for you guys to get that down. That is what you will turn into me. You can take a picture of it, email it to me. You can hold it up and show it to me on Khan. And here is my email address in case you guys lost it, can't find it, never had it, want to write it down again just in case, whatever. Okay, lauren.feldbauer@psacademyarizona.com. Feldbauer is F-E-L-D-B-A-U-E-R. Okay, so again, if you didn't get that, rewind it, pause it, write it down. And my office hours, again, are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. for math questions, and 12 p.m. for social time to connect with your friends, to connect with me. We'll play some fun games, that type of stuff, okay? But if you have questions, come at 9 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay, awesome. Thanks, guys.